Shout out to everybody in the stream. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. We're back for another Sync Producer Live, and I'm excited to be back. We're going to answer some questions on sync licensing, and yeah, we're going to have a good time. I'm excited. Let me see. Where's my chat? Where's my chat window? I see nothing. Let me pull up my windows because I'm lost. Here we go. Comments. There we go. There's the people. Where's my other window? Boom. Okay. Now I'm good. Let's go. We got Sound Mystic in the building. What's good, man? Jason Revels in the building. What's good, Jason? Miguel is in the building. We are definitely here. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Later on, we're doing live music reviews. This week is collab week. I don't know why we did this, but it's going to be insane. So definitely stick around. We're going to listen to these collabs. The crazy thing is, in my notifications, I keep seeing Davey Dave's name pop up. And I'm just like, how many collaborations did this guy knock out in 1 week? I just keep seeing his name mentioned. So I don't know, man. This may be like a record-breaking collaboration night. Anyways, Michael Connor is in the building. He says we made it. Another Friday. Yes, indeed. He's in on the right. Michael is on the right account. Starting strong. No mute. We're not muted. Yes, we are being heard loud and clear. Minister of Beats was good. We got, let's see, who else we got? Flares is in the building. Shout out to Flares with the palm tree on the beach. We got Janie HB in the building. What's good? Marty's in the building. Good to see you. The Davey Dave, the collaboration king, is in the building. Happy birthday to Keith Boney. Good day, Keith. Hope you are enjoying your birthday weekend. Brother Truman, what's good? Brother Truman, good to see you in the building. We got KJ Lighthouse Studios in the building. What's good? This week is collab with Davey Dave week. Crazy. That's probably why I kept seeing the name pop up. We got the birthday shout outs going to Keith. Let's go. Nick Pat, what's good? Good to see you in the building. Shout out to all my Sync Producer Hub members. Larry Bradshaw's in the building. If you're not a member of Sync Producer Hub, you need to get inside so you can learn, number one, how to get your music placed in TV and film, but also be connected with a dope community of producers who's going to help you stay accountable and keep you motivated. And yeah, you get your music critiqued, and we share wins. And speaking of wins, let's see if we have some in the community. But yeah, go to syncproducerhub.com. Link is in the description, pinned in the chat. Let's see. It's been a chill week. Nothing too crazy. It looks like B Ward got one in. First collab done, and I think that was the one he shared on last week's stream with Keith. So he says had an amazing experience collaborating with Keith Boney this week. Always wanted to compose intention track. I'll be doing a lot more. Yeah, that joint was crazy. Yeah, so great work on that, y'all. More birthday shout outs. DJ Horn, birthday DJ Horn. So yeah, definitely gonna be crazy. Excited to dig into those. We also got a special MVP treat. Apparently, like the MVPs, a group of the MVPs got together, and I don't even know what that's about to sound like. So this is gonna be a very mysterious night inside the hub. So if you guys have questions, drop them in the chat. I'll be here answering some questions. I got this week has been dope. It's been busy, but it's been dope. Got some exciting things in the works. Starting to see licensing requests and stuff come through for some future placement. So that's exciting. Let's see, got some work done. I got the first two tracks I produced on the MPC Key G2 got signed this week. We finalized that. So that was exciting. the G2 works. It can get your it doesn't get your music signed, but it can help you produce the music that then you can go out and get signed. So yeah, it's proved itself already in like the first, I don't know, I've had it for a week now, a week, something like that. So that's exciting. I definitely got to get back on there and finish some other tracks that I started for some other projects. So excited about that. Yeah, it's been a pretty solid week, man. Going into the holiday weekend, so productive indeed. Miguel says MVPs finally collab. We still need flares to join. Haven't thrown the white flag yet. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. Rich Rosen, no submission from me this week. We're gonna miss that, Rich. We miss your submissions. Michael Connor says that crazy R&B dramedy from KJ Lighthouse just came to my mind. That joint was sick. Man, that whole that whole album, bro, just absolutely insane. Like I keep saying I'm excited to see where it ends up because and who signs it, because I know like it's just it's gonna do well. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be dope. Larry Bradshaw said, that's it. I'm going to grab the MPC XL and the 37 G2. Let's go. It's going all in. Sound Mystic grabbed the G2. He been cooking up with that joint. He's probably going off no sleep right now, so we may lose him at some point during this stream. We don't know, but yeah, it's been it's been dope. It's definitely faster. The fan, the processor fan, the cooling fan, I wasn't expecting that. Like I hit the power button and then and I'm like, whoa, okay. You need that kind of cooling power. So I wasn't used to that coming from the G1. But it stops like after it's just like a computer. After the initial startup, then it quiets back down because I could see how that could easily interfere with recording. A loud fan is the last thing you want on the actual machine you're producing on. Now I'm imagining a collab between Keith, Davey Dave, and KJ. Man, so yeah, it's just gonna get crazy throughout the year. I can see that. Yeah, absolutely inevitable. We put the kettle on while we gear up to a fatal 4-way collab. Goodness. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. So I can't wait to dig into those. Yeah. Callie West says, can I ask a sync question, please? I'm curious whether party dance fun songs are popular in sync or not really. It's a great question. Yes, they absolutely are popular. So like fun, feel good, upbeat, up tempo, party songs. Absolutely. Like there's just always a need for that. In movies, commercials, TV. Yes, that's like one of the themes and styles of music that, you know, I would say gets requested a lot. So if you make that and you make it well, you probably got a good shot of getting something synced. For sure. 4 hours sleep, not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all for a night with new gear. I'll take it. 4 hours, solid. Michael Connor says, welcome to the newbies, first timers. Let us know if you're streaming here for the first time. Yes, please do. Shout out to the newbies. LW says kids content, 100%. Yeah, the kids stuff Kid stuff go crazy, man. Once that takes off, because kids they'll just listen to the same thing over and over and over and over again. Says what we need is an all-female SPH collab. We got some hitters in here. 100% we have hitters. These ladies don't play. They don't play. Yeah. That also would be insane. Because all of them are fire. But yeah. I kind of saw something about XJ Will. Was that today? I'm not sure. Miguel. Flares might pick up an MPC sample to record any sound around the house and destroy it. You should do that. Like I support that. I support around the house destruction by Flares via MPC sample. I've looked at it. I've looked at it a couple times. I decided I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get it. I don't think. I guess for how I work, I just don't think I would make the best use out of it. Like I think it would just be disrespectful for me to get it and just not use it the way it should be used. I'm not a big sampler. Like if I sampled more, I would absolutely get it. It's a no-brainer. But yeah, I just don't, I like a lot of plugins and stuff. And I don't want to create a ton of key groups just to be able to like do stuff like that. I mean, I could sample my own stuff, but yeah, I don't think I would use it a lot. I would play around with it, tinker with it, but I don't think I would like use it seriously. But it just looks so fun. It looks fun. Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know. I'm excited though because I feel like since the whole acquisition with Native Instruments and everything happened, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more. Even before that, just the direction that Akai has been with their partnerships. You got the Spitfire stuff, you got the Native Instruments collaborations that were already popping off. I think we're going to see more high quality sounds, coming to the MPC, which I'm excited about, because I think that's one of the biggest things, like especially in sync when it comes to strings, brass, like the cinematic stuff and it sounding realistic, having good pianos and things like that. That's like the biggest thing for me with anything, whether it's plugins, like DAW, like whatever. If I can get my hands on some of those on whatever I'm using, then I'll probably use it more. And yeah, I think Akai has met that expectation in terms of quality with the sounds, especially the stuff that they're partnering with. It just sounds really good. Sounds full. It doesn't sound like, thin and stuff. When getting libraries together, is it best to categorize them according to what they need most? R&B library, cinematic library. When you say library, are you talking about like sound libraries, or are you talking about like music libraries, publishers? Clint, get on the sax and lay it down. Bro, that would be a disaster. Me trying to figure out how to play sax on the fly. Oh, publisher. So, I guess for your own personal reasons, you could kind of categorize them, right? Like if you're the R&B guy for a publisher, then you can make a note, hey, I send them R&B, like they kind of know me for this style of music. So I think that's kind of the best way to approach it, because a lot of these publishers, they kind of do everything. You know what I mean? Like we talk about how it's not always best to say like, hey, I can do anything, I do everything. But the libraries like literally kind of do, because they're serving so many different clients. So I think it's really on you where you want to kind of fit in to their into their roster, like what you want to kind of be the specialist of when you pitch to them. And then there's like again, there's some libraries where you've been with them for a while, they know you a little bit better. Like there's some libraries that know I can do multiple styles of music, so whatever brief they send, like I'll probably take a stab at it if I can do it. And they're okay with it. Like they're not gonna ignore, a certain style of submission from me just because I tend to do a lot of R&B hip hop stuff. So that's something like you kind of know, and you can kind of fill out as you build the relationship with them. We just need a submission from LW. I'll pay money for that. Around $237.94. Hey, that's more than what the AI companies are paying for to train off of your music. So I think that's a good deal. LW, I would take it. It's better than $1 to $1.25 or $1.50. I forget what the max of that was. I think it was $1.50. KJ says, I wanted to get on the collaboration, but my system crashed and it looks like I'll have to get a new rig. I had just started my first track of the Dramedy 2 album. Yeah, man. That's like the systems crashing is just like the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst and the best. It's the worst because it just stops you immediately. Like it doesn't matter what's going on. You're stopped. And the only way to get through it is to like start upgrading stuff. But that's also the fun part. Upgrades. So then you get to get some new gear and take things to the next level. That's the fun part. We're still working on this MVP. Michael's working hard. He's working overtime here to get LW's cosign for official MVP. But yeah. Now I tell you what, man, like I'll take like something not working right, like a DAW messing up or a piece of gear. I'll take that messing up over like losing files. I feel like losing files is when it's just, yo, I'm going to disappear for a little bit and just kind of take a sabbatical. I'll see y'all in a few months until I recover from this massive loss. Like losing the files is just a heavy hit. And that actually happened, man. Happened to a TV placement mastery student actually. I think it was like halfway through, or maybe like a quarter of the way through. And he's just like, yo, hard drive crashed, lost everything. And like the whole class at the time was like, oh my. 'Cause we all felt it, like, and I had a roommate in college that happened to him once. I still, to this day, I don't think he fully recovered from that. I don't think he recovered from that. It's hard, man. Like, because what I guess how he had his setup, sounds and everything, like the libraries were on there, the sessions were on there. So it's like, yo, having to like go and like re-download everything, and we're talking like years of accumulated sound libraries and sessions and stuff. It's like, it's overwhelming, man. So if whatever I can do to minimize that, that's cool. I'll replace some hardware stuff. I just don't want to use the software stuff, man. The sessions, the files. I've had a couple tracks when I switched computers. I think when I went from MacBook to I went from my MacBook to the Hackintosh, because I built the Hackintosh a while back, and I thought I transferred everything and did the whole transfer everything to this other drive, but apparently some of the files kind of got corrupted in the middle of that transfer, and things didn't fully transfer. Like, file names transferred, but they were like empty file names. Like, meaning it would say like 0 kilobytes. So like nothing's there. So I lost some stems to tracks that were signed and things like that. And some of them I had to go in and like remake, or like just, I had to replay for a couple things that a publisher like reached back out for me to kind of re-edit or something. It was something they wanted me to edit. It was a sound or something, but I couldn't just like take the sound out. But weird stuff like that is super annoying. So yeah, Janelle is in the building. What's up, Janelle? What kind of headphones are those? Are they wireless? They are wireless. These are the III. Which one are these? I think they're the TMA2 Studios. They're so low profile. I can't even find the name. But yeah, I think they're TMA2. They're modular, right? So like literally they come apart. Like I can literally just take this whole thing off. I wonder if this one works. Oh, the one still works. But you can like take these off and you can swap these out, which is dope. You can take the pads off and then you can swap the pads if you want to swap the pads. And then you can also swap these because the original ones that came with these, they weren't wireless, but you can buy the wireless kit to turn them wireless. And the latency is like not even noticeable. It's crazy. So these have quickly become my, this is a S11 speaker. So these have become my favorite headphones because of that alone. Like, I mean, if I needed to pack these up in some type of weird way, I can definitely do that. And they sound pretty good too. And they also have Bluetooth. So the wireless, for the super low latency wirelessness, there's a receiver that you just plug into the headphone jack. And then that does this thing, but then you can also do Bluetooth if you just wanted to connect it to a device or something like that. So yeah, shout out to III. We actually gave a pair of these away at a pair or two away at the Shades of Sync conference last year. And then shoot, I think the year before that, yeah, we gave away a lot of III headphones like over the years at the conference. So definitely be in the building because you never know what you could win at Shades of Sync. Go to shadesofsync.com. Well, actually, I mean, you can go now, but you're going to have to wait till the last week of the month when registration opens again because we shut it down. So if you didn't get in there by July 1st, then you're going to have to wait till we open it back up. And then when we do, hop in there because the price jumps up once it closes again. It's only going to be open for a week. So shadesofsync.com, register for that conference. It's going to be here in Atlanta area. Super dope times. Looking forward to seeing everybody from the hub there as well. LV Drizzle was in the building. What's good? Files are always hard. It is, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. Everyone suddenly checks their backups. I know, right? Files can be secured by reliable backups, but the machines, another story. 100%. Losing the files make you want to quit, especially if you don't print or bounce the MIDI files. Yes. At 100%. Yeah, man. I like to keep a combination of the MIDI and the audio, just the printed stems as well. Because the thing I like about MIDI and why I like to keep the MIDI session on deck is you can always update production. So if something starts to sound dated because of drums or the sounds you used, 10 years later, you can go back and then just update them with different sounds. Maybe change some of the programming or something, remixes, and then the BPM. If you want to switch to BPM, there's some stuff where I remixed, reproduced, and made it fit for a brief. It was a writing camp, Paramount camp that I was writing for, and I was short on, I guess, not really short on time, but was just I was left hanging because my co-writer didn't show up, and we were supposed to kind of show up with some ideas or at least some hooks. They just never showed up. So that's when I was just like, okay, I have to find a way to still turn in some music by this deadline, but do it in the most efficient way possible. So I started pulling up old sessions that never got used or never got signed or placed, and came across some songs where the songs were written. We had vocals, vocal recording was still good, but the production needed to be tweaked for the specific brief. So then I was just able to go in, swap some stuff, maybe change the tempo a little bit. Boom, got a song to submit without having to write something new, basically. And it's kind of easier too to just lay production over something that's already written, because you kind of already know the structure. You're not like figuring everything out from scratch again. So oh yeah, nah. I don't think I've ever tried to reproduce a lost track. Yeah. Cause it does not feel the same. It does not feel the same. My laptop battery swelled up. Yeah, get that fixed ASAP, because you do not want that to explode. I have to repair a couple of those swollen batteries, and in MacBooks mostly. No doubt. Sound Mystic says, I'll buy a new drive and just be over redundant before deleting anything semi-important. Unfortunately, storage space has skyrocketed. It has. It's been crazy. What's good? Miguel with a question. Having publishing affiliation with either pro from US in our case, do we need Songtrust, or do our PROs collect international royalties as well? That's a good question. Technically, yes, your PRO, they communicate with the international agencies as well. So that stuff ends up routing back to your local PRO. So, for example, like I get international royalties from all the shows that are airing in the other countries that my music is on. Matter of fact, Steve just got a random some random royalties from a placement in Japan, and I think he's trying to figure out what it was for. But yeah, so he got a placement in Japan. It sounds like the initial placement happened in Japan on TV in Japan, but he got paid the royalties by his local PRO. So yeah, they'll do that. So you don't, necessarily need Song Trust to do that. But I know Song Trust does like other things as well in terms of just kind of reaching out and finding other places where they can collect. But, it also depends on what your publishing situation is like, and if making sure there's no overlap between other publishers and Song Trust, because they're an admin. But yeah, just finished up a Gothic boom bap EP today. Let's go. LV be working, man. Just did that with a couple of my horn tracks, put Session Horns Pro to work. Yep. I learned the hard way to print MIDI because I've had to buy, again, canceled subscriptions just to have certain plugins. I canceled. Now I mix with mostly with stock and have MIDI plus printed tracks. Yeah, I feel you. Man. Like, I find myself using stock plugins more as well. I know for sure when I work in like Logic for iPad, I'll just use the stock stuff. Well, sometimes I'll use the IK Multimedia Mixbox stuff because it just sounds good. But the stock stuff, is going to open up when you open the session 17 years later. For the most part, like, it's going to work. Yeah, that's because, man, I've had sessions, man, where a certain plugin would just cause issues, man. I had to start it up in bare bone mode and go plugin by plugin to figure out which one was causing the issue. B Ward has entered the building. What's up, bro? If an instrumental is signed to one library, is it a conflict to place a vocal version of the same composition with another library, assuming they're different masters? Does it depend on the agreement? Yes, I would say technically could depend on the agreement. Also, it could definitely cause a conflict because of that underlying work being the same, that underlying instrumental being the same as signed by another. Content ID would just probably go nuts, and then now you got two publishers like, what? Like, no, this is ours, and then the other one's like, no, this is ours. This is the instrumental to this. Because the way I like to think about it is, okay, if you put vocals on it, it creates like a new master recording. But if it's the same instrumental, if we break this full song down into stems and deliverables, now we got the instrumental stem, which is the same audio or master recording as the instrumental that was first signed. So I feel like it could just get weird. So I try not to do that personally. Nod Record, what's good? That reminds me of Windows Safe Mode. Disables all unnecessary drivers so you can troubleshoot which one is giving you hell. Yep. Windows Safe Mode. That is, yeah. It's basically, It's like the equivalent to that. I forget how to do it in Logic, but it's some key command that you hit and it'll start Logic up in basically safe mode. It's a couple different things. Like it'll do that. I think one it disables all plugins, and I think another one I forget what it does. Let's look it up. Okay, so here we go. Startup modifier keys with Logic Pro. So if Logic Pro stops responding or quits unexpectedly when opening the app, use startup modifier keys. So to open Logic without audio or plugins, press the control key while the app is opening, then choose one of these options. If you click launch, Logic Pro opens normally. If you click don't launch, Logic Pro opens with core audio disabled and therefore won't have audio input or output. This can be helpful to rule out issues with the specific core audio driver, especially if you're using an external audio interface. In some cases, blah, 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 blah. And then if you click launch without audio units, this is the one I had to use because it was a plugin causing issues. Like it just wouldn't open. Like it'll, Logic will start bouncing around like the icon does. It bounce, and then stop. It just never gets anywhere. So launching without audio units, it opens with core audio enabled, but all the plugins are disabled. And then audio units safe mode, press shift control to open Logic Pro with only validated audio units plugins enabled. If you install plugins that have failed the audio units validation scan, open Logic Pro in this mode. The validation scan takes place automatically when Logic is first open when you install new plugins or update. And then this other one opens with automatic startup actions. Press option when opening Logic Pro to open Logic Pro without automatically loading the most recent project, the open dialog, templates dialog, or any other option as set on the project. Yeah, I never had to use that one. But yeah, it's a few options, I guess. Are you familiar with that pitch? If so, what is your experience? Would you recommend? I am familiar with that pitch. I have an account with that pitch. I have tracks that have gotten signed and some stuff that's been sent to libraries. I'm just waiting on to see if something lands. So I got some stuff uploaded and registered. And then once I see something, I'll report back and let you guys know. Are sting endings needed on full songs for sync or only for instrumentals? I've heard a lot of songs being produced for sync without a button, so just curious. Thanks. So my answer is always going to be put a sting ending on it. Will some things get placed that don't technically have a sting ending? Yes, you'll hear it. However, I don't recommend you do it. If you can do it, do it. If you have the ability to put that sting ending on there, whether you're in the production phase or if you can just kind of go back and put a sting ending on there before submitting, I feel like your chances will be way higher of them selecting that if it has that sting ending on there versus you kind of taking the chance and risk of them saying no because it's not there. So better to have it and they not need it than for them to need it and you not have it. Yes, the validation mode and plugin manager My AU manager started giving me grief when I installed a bootleg version of Sausage Fattener. That'll do it, man. The bootleg versions of plugins will mess you up. Man, I remember those days. I got tired of it, man. That's why I switched back from the Hackintosh too, cause like, I mean everything. Like I had legit like software and stuff on the Hackintosh, but because it was a Hackintosh, you'll just wake up to an issue thanks to something or some update, or you can't upgrade a plugin or a DAW because you technically can't update the software unless you want to go through all of the things that you have to go through to make sure you can safely upgrade the software on a Hackintosh. I got so tired of that, I was just like, I'm just going to buy a regular Mac, bro. Like, I'm not there. I spent days troubleshooting sometimes. I'm just like, I could have been making music this whole time. I'm sitting here trying to be special with this Hackintosh. I'm sitting here full-time IT support for myself with a Hackintosh, the whole machine. It is like literally, it just feels like a massive bootleg. The whole thing is just the most bootlegged. It was fun. It was a fun project, but it feels very bootleg. Can you send me the prompt for Logic startup? I did try 2 of the options you read off. Yeah, let me see. I'll send you, I'll drop this link. I'm gonna drop this link. I don't know if this will link in the chat. I'll drop it in the chat, but I'll also drop it in the drop a message in the hub. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted though. And it like I mean I used it for years, man. Like yeah, like if you don't, I used it up until like I started getting forced to upgrade. I think it was when honestly when I started streaming. I started streaming more and recording doing the whole screen share stuff. That's when stuff started going. It started getting kind of crazy. It was like skippy, and so I had to upgrade. Okay, dope. Perfect. But yeah, good old bootleg system and plugins. But now, I mean, back then they had Logic Express, man. So, you know, that was the bulk of everything. Like if you couldn't afford like a whole, but like all the, waves bundles, man, those things, they used to be expensive. But you get your hands on some Logic Express if you're a Mac user. It was a massive value. I mean, for what you got in that, yeah, definitely a great value. And then even now, man, there's so many DAWs out there. That are, decently priced. And Logic is still reasonable. Look, $200, free upgrades. Or now I guess you can do the subscription thing, but Allison is here with dinner. Oh wow. Oh yeah. That's 4th of July dinner right there. Barbecue, ribs, potato salad, corn. Let's go. Yeah, man. Logic's dope. Seen some dope features with the Fender Studio too, aka Studio One. That joint solid too. I bet it was. It sounds like we have none to share here in the hub. With you using the past tense language. It was yummy. Logic user since Logic Express 6. Wow. Wow. I think I got on at 8. I think. Yeah. It was 8. Those were the days. Those were the days. Especially coming from coming from trying to produce music and handle MIDI in Pro Tools. Logic was mind blowing to me. Mind blowingly simple. Like I was like, yo, I have overcomplicated my life for no reason when Logic has just been here. And I spent an unnecessary amount of extra money for no reason. I mean, I think it was good to learn Pro Tools, at that time. But now, yo, with the new Logic update with the grid lines, I may never open Pro Tools again. Like, I came to the conclusion that was one of the core things that kept me in Pro Tools for so long. And it didn't click, but I'm just like, man, every time I open up Pro, it's just something different. Like I can with editing stuff, and it's the darn grid lines over top of the regions. I made as long as stuff works and things are lined up timing wise and Logic, man, I may not be in Pro Tools for a long time unless I'm in some old session, because they added those grid lines. It is, man. Even with the just being able to edit a region and know, when be on grid and to be able to, because again, with Pro Tools, you had the, grid on, grid off. Logic has it too, where you can enable and disable the grid to get some finer edits. But Pro Tools grid system was just superior. I think now, one thing I still love about the Pro Tools grid, and I think Logic can maybe implement this at some point, is you can, without having to zoom in, because Logic has it where if you zoom in, you see more lines and divisions, and you go from 4 to 8 to 16 or whatever. In Pro Tools, you can just adjust that without having to zoom in. You can see 16ths or 8ths or whatever with those grid lines. If we can adjust that in Logic, that would be fire. But even as it is now, man, that was a major. It's so simple, but it makes a huge difference with editing. Fender Studio Pro has so much to offer and is definitely user friendly. I agree. I wish they did the tools for the grid mode. Yeah. I need to implement online barbecue transfer protocol. 2 ribs left in the fridge. How are we going to split them up? Sync Producer Hub cookbook from Allison. Next level. I have Studio One, but we had a big flood in Florida and it messed up my program. I was taking a nap earlier and I had a dream that our street was flooding and it was just random people on my porch. And I'm like, why are y'all here? And I was in the dream while I was napping. I was waking up from a nap, and so I was confused as why are y'all outside like this? And then like on everybody's porch, the whole street was just flooded. It was crazy. It was also raining and thundering at the time, so crazy things. But yeah. A music supervisor told me that they always want a full song, but 90% of the time they will only use the instrumental, maybe the hook. Then why do they want the full song? Listen, like, that's so hilarious, man. It's funny because there are like all these requirements, right, that you want to fulfill to get the placement. And a lot of times it's just not used. But at the same time, if you don't do all the things, you lower your chances of getting the thing that they will placed. So it's like you kind of can't win by by not doing all the stuff, even though they probably ain't going to use most of the stuff that you send them. But then it's like, because you don't know what the editor is going to use. Like the music supervisor at the end of the day, that's just like one layer of decision making. Once it gets in the hands of editors and things like that, or even just background use, or, things can change all the time. But a full song, I mean, you're going to give yourself a chance of getting the full song place. You're going to give yourself a chance of getting the instrumental place if you include the instrumental. But then if you only do the full song, no instrumental, now they don't even have the option to use the instrumental. And then if they would have wanted to use the instrumental, but you didn't send it, then you miss out on the placement. So it's like, it's one of those things, man. It's funny. Same with, what's something else I feel like they don't use a lot? The key of the song. I'm curious to know if, like, how often are the editors actually paying attention to the key of the song? I feel like that's one thing. I could be wrong because I'm not an editor, but I feel like it's one thing. Is like, do they really care about that outside of just? I mean, because I mean, you hear so many placements in shows, and like the key is not matching from scene to scene. Sometimes there are situations where they're coming in and out of the score, like the film score, and then blending that into a background instrumental use or a song, or coming out of a song and then it weaving back into the score. Those times I could see it making sense, right? If the score is in B and you're trying to segue into another scene, find a song in B. Like, that makes sense. But outside of that, when are they using that? What's up, Lamar? Good to see you. Yeah. It does. It does indeed. That's one of the things I liked about it too. Fender was like, man, that was like, honestly, that was the DAW that was like a nice, it felt familiar in terms of Pro Tools, and was also really good with MIDI and music production and stuff. If it wasn't for the MPC, I'd definitely use Fender Pro 100%. Used it in one of my submissions tonight. Let's go. It's dope. I imagine they are considering a song played as underscore and they want your thing to match the key. Yeah. So that's literally like the only The only time I see it making sense for real. So, yeah, man. All right, y'all. Let's transition. Let's get our minds right and prepare ourselves for this music review that's about to take place in a few minutes. We're going to take a break, grab a snack, something to drink, and I don't know, Davey, get the get the suspension slips ready. We may have to ban a few of these collaborators from submitting such heat. So CJ Music in the building. What's good, CJ? Speaking of dope producers. But yeah, let's take a break. We'll be back. Music reviews, collaboration week. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the stream. We're about to do some live music reviews, seeing if your music is ready for TV and film. If it is, we'll let you know. If it's not, we'll give you some pointers to help you get it where it needs to be. We are reviewing music from inside the producer hub. So if you're a producer inside the producer hub, you get your music reviewed every week. If you're not inside the hub, you should get inside that joint. Click the link in the description. Join us. We'll help you learn how to get your music placed in TV and film. And yeah, tonight's snack is fueled by Masa Chips. Shout out to Masa Chips. Link is in the description. You'll get 20% off. 20% off your first order if you use the link down there. And there's a code down there that you can use that basically tells them Clint sent you. And he recommends Masa Chips because they're good and they don't have a bunch of crazy stuff that'll inflame your internals. And I don't have any more Zaffy Taffy. I ate it all. Not gonna lie. So tonight I'm just eating some fruit jerky. So I got to get some more Zaffy Taffy. I have suckers, but I'm not about to sit here and eat a sucker on stream. Just not about to do that. Tear y'all's ears up. But so let's see who's at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, I don't even know if it matters because everybody collaborated with like the same guy. So no, if it's really gonna make a difference, either way, we're probably gonna run into Davey Dave at some point. But let's see who's on the leaderboard just in case, just because that's what we. Look who's at the top of the leaderboard, Davey Dave. How about that? We can't get away from him this week. Davey Dave's at number 1. We got B Ward at number 2, and then we got Caesar at number 3. So we're going to play them first, as long as they have a submission. And Aaron says it's time for the Davey Dave extravaganza. Oh, man. So, yeah. He's suspending himself. This is what it's come to. So let's go, man. Same top 3. All right. So we're going to start with that. And then later on, we got a special MVP collaboration. Oh, so this week I'm doing Masa Blue. I thought about I was like, should I get some salsa? These are good with salsa too. But they're also like, all of these are good without like anything. So I just eat them plain. Salute to the hub. What's up, Payday, the producer? Super Dave. Just testing my fire emote. There we go. We got to make sure we're good to go with the fire emoji. Let's go, Lamar. Davey's top purely due to all the likes he got from the collabs. Crazy. Man, it's crazy. Let's go. All right. Let's see what these submissions are talking about. That's how I feel about it. Davey Dave. First comment is, this is going to be terrible. I have exit forms for everyone. So there's the pre-disclaimer. Let's use Rich's advice. I mean, I don't even know if this is going to be helpful because he's mentioned so many times. So, nope. Dave, is there a submission from you? Wait, okay. He says, no, I'm about to post. Okay, here we go. Okay. This is going to be crazy. All right, here we go. We found it. We sifted through all the million Davey Dave mentions, and we found his actual submission. So he says, what's up, y'all? Due to his departure from the group last week for being an arsonist with Keith Boney, the former member known as B Ward will not be able to present this song. This dude is a beast in the studio. His skill set is on another level. He has a way to mix smoothness, grit, and flavor in many genres. So we both linked up to do this nice hybrid track. So I will presenting for him. So without further ado, Marvel. All right, y'all. Here we go. It's collab week in the hub. Super smooth. I agree. I ain't mad at the little button ending right there to tighten it on up. Let's go. Dope work. Super smooth. Love the chords. Love the little it was like some little vocalist stuff going on in there too. That was dope. Bassline was rocking. Mix is solid. Great collaboration. B Ward, Davey Dave. Yeah, dope stuff. I rock with that. And think it's sync ready too. LW says I stayed on hold all day if this played. Facts. Yeah. Nothing like some great R&B music. 100%. Rich wants to know which of you did the R and which of you did the B. Good question. Yeah, dope stuff. All right. Well, we got B Ward up next. So let's see. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. It's another Keith Boney collab. It says, good evening, Hub fam. Back with another collab with Keith Boney. This is a cinematic hip-hop trap anthem titled Pay Dirt. Shout out to all the collabs in the Hub this week. Screaming no bands collab and get this work in. Let's get it. Man. All right. Here we go with another one of these. 100% agreed. Yeah, that joint's ready. Mix was on point. B Ward and Keith. Yeah. Looking forward to seeing where these end up. It sounds amazing. Definitely sports stuff for sure. That's an easy W. Love the brass on there, the strings, drums, everything. Mix is on point. Let's go. Simple progression, very switched up to perfection. Absolutely. What's good? J Long Music in the building. All right, let's go. We're going to keep it going. Caesar is up next. Let's see what Caesar has cooked up. On 4 hours, going on 4 hours of sleep. It says, peace fam. Sorry, no collab this week. 2 down and 1 to go for my first hybrid hip hop cinematic Q EP. This is one of the 2 songs I scrapped while working toward my first cinematic hip hop track. I came back to it and it turns out it was salvageable. So far, these cinematic tracks are taking me weeks to complete. Granted, I can only put in a couple hours a day if I'm lucky. Early morning or late night session, gang. Hopefully, as I get better at these, I can pump them out faster. Let's go. I love it, man. Hey, a couple hours a day will take you a long way. Nice transitions. Okay, here's my question. This is one of the 2 songs that I scrapped. Keyword scrapped. Scrapped. Why were you scrapping this? This is fire. Oh shoot, I done clicked out of it. It's syncable. Mix sounds great. Brass sounds great. I mean, shout out to, I guess, whatever you changed, but yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure somebody will use that. Please don't scrap anything else. Just save it all. Because I think you played another one that you was about to get rid of. It's like, what are you doing over there, bro? Let's go. And any of the other ones that, like, bring them out of the trash can, restore the files back to whatever folder you save your sessions, and keep them there. Unscrap the other one, please. Crazy. It's ready. I had to emphasize scrapped. Yeah, joint was dope. Yeah. Awesome edit points. Love the intro. Love the transitional elements. Love the brass melody. It was only like 8 bars when it doesn't even matter though. It was like the 8 bar, whatever the 8 bars were. All of the 8 bars in this track sounded great to me. So yeah. But see, this is why this is why it's good to share music, man, because I'm sure I got some stuff that I was about to scrap. And yeah, man. You get exactly what Jay just said right here. We be our own worst critics sometimes and end up throwing away gold, just throwing away placements, just throwing away future royalties. Crazy. But yeah, good work, Caesar. All right, that was our top 3 of this foolishness tonight. Let's keep it going. I guess we'll just start at the top. We'll just start at the top again. Let's go. Let me see. We got Frime Beats in the building. Summer is here. The sun is hot. It is. It's been mad hot here in Georgia. Humid too. And it's time for some Afro vibes. Enjoy, y'all. Hope everybody had a great weekend or week. Let me know. Well, I'm already in the weekend. Let me know what you hear on this. Sorry, no collabs on this one. Ignore fade out. Will be changed to Sting ending. Got you. Let's go. Afro Sim Frime. Vibes all day. It's simple, and it's like it doesn't need a whole lot. The vibe is absolutely there. This joint sync ready. He already said he's fixing this thing ending, so we got nothing to worry about. Frime knows what it takes to deliver the product. Let's go, Frime. Good work, bro. Yeah, crazy. And yeah, love the vocal stuff that you threw in there. Optimus Frime does it again. Oh yeah, I know that low end is going crazy with the sub. Yeah. Yep. All right, let's keep it going. Good work, Frime. All right, we got Aaron. It looks like another Davey Dave collab. All right, SPH, it's collab week, and for the first time, I've actually completed the assignment, LOL. This week I had the good fortune to collab with the one and only Davey Dave. And man, was it something. 24-hour turnaround time. He was like a collab a day. Elevated the stuff I brought to the table. I can't say enough good things. If you haven't worked with him, get on it. And if you have, keep on it. The man is going places and we're all along for the ride. Anyway, I'll let the music do the rest of the talking. Here's Una Vida de Osia, A Life of Leisure. Let's go. I wonder if I said that right. Let's go. That guitar was going crazy. I can hear this on. It sounds like something I can hear on a movie. Something like Pink Panther. Something where it's just like there's it's like it's laid back, it's chill, it can be funny, but then there's also like it kind of has like, I don't know, like not investigative, but like detective vibes. It gives me like detective with the instrumentation, but like in France or something, or a different country, Spain, somewhere internationally. And I think because of the instrumentation. Naked Gun, yeah, yep. In that vein for sure. So yeah. Dope stuff. Restaurant scene, I can see that for sure. Shout out to Davey on the guitar. Shout out to Aaron on this joint. Y'all did a great job on this collab for sure. This isn't gonna stop. I see this is just gonna keep going. I agree. Just talented. KJ said he had to turn the headphones up. So maybe probably got some headroom in there. So yeah, let's go. All right. They've been on the roll. It's Larry. It's just a comment. Shout out to Larry Bradshaw. Jason Revels. Collab season. Honored to be working on my second collaboration with the multi-talented Truman Kendrick. He laid incredible vocals over one of my new R&B trap instrumentals, and I'm excited for us to finish the rest of the album together. Also, huge shout out to Michael Connor for the inspiration and for helping me lock in the 808 pattern, on this track. The dude is a music theory genius. Here's a preview of the track. Let's go.
Holy matrimony, no curse, holy matrimony. Putting God first, holy matrimony. For better or for worse, holy matrimony. Holy matrimony, no curse, holy matrimony. Putting God first, holy matrimony. For better or for worse, holy matrimony. Love is patient, love is kind. Some people even say that love is blind. I search high and low for a love to find. Now I can say I found the love that shines. This love of mine, it covers time. It's simply because our love's divine. From the very first time our love combined, I knew that I couldn't leave our love behind. I had to catch it, I had to grab it. It's like an addiction, I had to have it. This ain't fiction, and this ain't magic, but you're the prescription for my habit. We've got so much in common, we can't deny it. As tight as our bond is, no one can pry it. I wanna flaunt this, I can't stay quiet, cause what we can accomplish is as high as the sky is. That means there's no limit if we wanna go get it. The picture that I'm seeing for our future so vivid. 8K, UHD, no one can separate you and me. Let the haters hate cause they truly see with faith how great love could truly be. With you in my life I'm a better male. It just goes to show love never fails. Holy matrimony, no curse, holy matrimony. Putting God first, holy matrimony. For better or for worse, holy matrimony. Holy matrimony, no curse, holy matrimony. Putting God first, holy matrimony. For better or for worse, holy matrimony. Holy matrimony, no curse, holy matrimony. Putting God first, holy matrimony. For better or for worse, holy matrimony. Holy matrimony, no curse, holy matrimony. Putting God first, holy matrimony. For better or for worse, holy matrimony.
Super Cow is about to be muted. Y'all ain't getting me this week. Super dope, catchy hook. I feel like the vocal matched the instrumental perfectly for this song. I can hear it being used on a show, a movie. Obviously, the theme is love, relationship, marriage. So any type of scene that has to do with some of that, whether it's engagement, marriage, wedding, yeah, I can hear that being used for sure. Dope vibe. And I thought the instrumental too was a great mix of like hip hop, R&B. So yeah, great work on this. Great collaboration. J Rev and Brother Truman. That hook is super catchy too. Dope lyrics, dope message. Holy matrimony. Let's go. All right, man. How's the voting gonna work this week, by the way? We gotta figure that out. Janet, what's good, fam? For this collab week, I worked with the Out of This World producer and artist, Davey Dave, yet again, aka David O, on another club banger. They got like a whole catalog on the side built up together, by the way. These two. This song is called Feel Right, and it's a feel-good deep house with pumping bass and deep vocals, great for commercials, fashion, or nightclub. Hope this one will make you feel so right. Enjoy it, fam. All right. Oh, yeah, yep. Reality TV, dating, or marriage show. Easy. Love is Blind. The track had me at that R&B synth line in the key of F. Brother Truman went in 100%. Oh boy, here we go with that. Poll, best collaborator, Davey Dave. Okay, cool. End of poll. Oh man. All right, let's check this other one out. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the synths. So when y'all going on tour, basically, like just y'all a band now. Y'all are a group. This is fire. You know what I'd be interested in seeing? Like, I feel like I wonder what would get placed first. Like, if it was possible to get an album of his deep house stuff signed and then the album of the sports stuff, I feel like the deep house stuff would probably get placed first and more. If not first, I feel like it may lap the sports stuff. Excuse me. Cause it's so broad. Like the themes, the hooks just work for everything. Ads, just everything. Fashion. So I'd be interested to see. I feel like this stuff's probably gonna pick up traction like crazy. Yep. Boom. Yep. Y'all got another one, man. This is dope. Yep. Everybody needs this playlist. This Janie HB, David O, with another collab. All right, we got Daryl Daniels in the building. Floating Through Time is a nostalgic cinematic synth pop journey through glowing city lights, unforgettable memories, and peaceful late night reflection. Let's go. Let's go, Daryl Daniels. You know what this is different. But I think what makes it work is that it kind of falls into the lane of the ambient music space. So I think this will work for something where it's like they're looking for something. It's like ambient. It's almost like ambient synthwave. It's kind of creating another style of music, but it would work well under a bed of something that's just kind of lighthearted, quirky, adventurous, and almost even like just playful. And it just, I don't know, it feels like a world of adventure with the sound selection and things like that. And I think it would definitely be something intentional for sure, but definitely a vibe thing. Nice length. You got the Sting ending. Like how it came in. The drums at the beginning were probably I would turn that snare up. If you're going to have the snare in there, I would turn that snare up in the beginning. I would probably turn it up. I would say keep it out, but if you keep it out, then it's going to feel like a long intro. I would EQ some of the some of the high end on that sound too, because that can turn an editor off. It can be distracting with dialogue. Excuse me. Other than that, this was a fun track, and the title matches it perfectly. Floating through time, like literally, it feels like that. So yeah, nostalgic ambient. I like that title. A couple small edits for smoothing out the drums, volume, and high frequency, and this works well. Yep, I agree. Dope stuff. Let's go, Daryl. All right, Miguel, who will also have a collaboration. This is not a collab track, but the VIP collab is cooking, so hopefully we'll have it ready for the live session. Indeed. So we'll come back to Miguel. We'll still play this at the end, and then we'll have like a mega MVP thing. We got Ken in the building. Hello, fierce SPH producers. I have teamed up once again with the dynamic Davey Dave with another one. Golly, this epic hybrid hip hop. Davey Dave just went through the entire hub like, yo, want to collab? Man, this epic hybrid hip hop, soul, and passionate track. But when did you do this? Like, it was only a week. Like, I don't even know how this has happened. Anyways, R&B funk and hip hop elements with a heavy yet mysterious character driven by heroic strings, cool synth, a pulsating bass guitar, and intense piano backed by serious percussion. This cue is possibly for sports, and it is entitled It's More Than a Dream. Please enjoy. Let's go. Oh. Wait. Is this okay? I mean, I don't think so at this point. So that theme, that melody was mad strong. And it remained consistent throughout the track. And you got like a couple different versions of it. The switch up was absolutely insane and completely uncalled for, in my opinion. It's just ridiculously dope. But I love how you got like the flute doing the thing. You got the full thing doing the thing. So there's like options there. Great work, guys. Kenny, Davey, Dave. Great collaboration. I like this joint. Dope work. We need like a master class on Davey Dave's time management. Like how do you collab? Like how to collab. Like that. This is a master class on collaboration. Like from these collaborations, Davey Dave's probably be sitting like 50 placements by next year. From this 1 week of collaboration. Insane. Oh man. All right. Let's go. Trey Mo did it. I've been on the sidelines too long. I think I'm going to join this community. I'm on a fixed income for now, but we're going to try and make it work. Let's go, man. Get on in here, man. All right. This man, Davey Dave, is putting in that work. Listen. Crazy. All right. Caesar. We played Caesars because he was top 3. The switch up was insane, dude. He's about to be banned 10 times. Okay, here we go. This is getting out of hand. This is just getting ridiculous. Janelle, another collab. But see, we're going to have to come back to this because this is Janelle's MVP. So we're gonna come back to that. Davey done got in the MVP zone through these collaborations. He's collabed his way to MVP. All right, we got Dwayne Andrews, who's just saying, well, okay, fam, let's get it. Ken just says, next collab, I'm going to give Davey Dave a break. The last few months, the lady's been bringing a lot of heat. I hate to pit them against the guys. There might be trouble. We would probably lose. I'm going to just keep it real. Like, have y'all heard these ladies in their production? All right, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. If that were to happen, I'd have to sit back and watch the dust settle. Man, y'all don't want that smoke. B Ward. All I'm going to say is 5. Dude, you know who. You getting 5 band slips. Give you a nice month and a half break. This is your summer. All right, so these are just all comments on these Dave collaborations. All right, we play Davey Dave's. That's a comment. All right, here we go. Here's another submission. Marty. Marty with don't pull on that man's cape. Let's go. Marty's been in the bag lately too. Let's see. Hear the dissonance in it. Yeah, this joint felt like regal and at the end triumphant, but I also heard the tension happening here at the beginning. So like I feel like visually maybe there's like some tension happening, and then finally the dude in the cape pulls through and he's coming out victorious. I think I would change the style of Q, because I don't think I wouldn't call this minimal tension, just because I feel like melodically it's strong and powerful. This doesn't feel like a piece of like underscore music that just sits and it's just a bed. This feels like, like some type of theme of a scene. Like it's like a prominent piece of music in my opinion. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't pull on that man's cape. Definitely feels superhero ish for sure, especially with those brass and with like the melody you were playing with that. I think it was dope. So yeah, dope work, Marty. The lions are let up and the gladiators step in behind. Yeah, dope. It's LW's favorite. Let's go. Good work, Marty. Good work. We got Michael Connor. Oh, that's that one right there. This is that one right here. We gotta come back to that. We're not ready yet. All right. We got Mark Allen, working project collaboration. Okay, so we're gonna come back to that. Let's scroll through here, see if we got any more collaborations. Happy birthday again to Keith Boney. Hope you are enjoying another year here. All right, we got Aaron Island. Hello, my family. It's been a long time. I hope all is well. Long story short, my equipment and hard drives fell victim to water damage. Oh, man. We were just talking about that. Losing the stuff, things crashing, and then water damage. Another bad one. There's just no recovery. Man. All right, so I'm picking up the pieces and aggressively getting back to work. I love to hear that. Nothing will stop me from living my dreams. This is the first track I've made since everything happened. It's 45% done. Got to change the drums and add horns and strings, but I hurried and got the idea out of my head and love it so far. Hope you enjoy. We'll send the final version next week if we go live again. Salute to y'all. No matter what, do not give up. Reflex Music, aka Payday Producer, in the YouTube chat. Yo, Payday, way to bounce back, bro. Way to bounce back. Let's go. Let's go. Bounce back ability. I love it. See. I mean, at 45%, I'm gonna say that this thing is sync ready. Whatever you got to do else, then do that. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be ready when you do that. Yeah. See, I got into a pocket. I was enjoying the track, and then all of these things with the strings and the drop, like stuff started happening, and it pulled me back in. Those strings went absolutely crazy. Yeah. Those strings went absolutely crazy. Aaron says, well, that happened. Yeah. So shout out to Aaron, man. Not giving up. I make music, not excuses. Let's go. That's literally the epitome of that. That's what I make music, not excuses sounds like. All right. We played B Wars. I didn't mark any of these. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. So I'm not about to do no poll. I'm not about to do no poll tonight. Cause I mean, how? Somebody explain to me how you do a poll. So let's rewind. Let's not rewind. Let's go to this MVP space. I don't even know what to call it this week. We're going to start with the MVP submissions, and then we're going to end it with the mega MVP collab that happened. That's what we're going to do. So let's kick it. Since I'm right here at Miguel, let's go ahead and kick it off with Miguel and drop some palm trees in the chat. Let's see those palm trees. We're going no poll. I'm not going to say necessarily everybody wins is what LW likes to call this. I'm not going to say that, but let's just not even do the poll. Let's just not do the poll. All right. I'm seeing palm trees. Yeah, I mean, he was like in what, 80% of the submissions tonight? I mean, yeah. All right. So this is sports hip hop gets a Latin twist with some urban flair. I don't normally rap in English, so I had to record myself many times to get a good take. This should be interesting. This is not a collab track, but the VIP collab is cooking. Oh, I read that already. All right. Let's hear Miguel rap in English. Soy un campeón. I'm a champion. Oh, I think it's Spanish and English. Yeah. This should be dope.
Soy un campeón, lucho por siempre ser primero, que lo sepa el mundo entero. Soy un campeón, crecí en tierra de gigantes, no están listos para estos guantes. Soy un campeón, lucho por siempre ser primero, que lo sepa el mundo entero. Soy un campeón, crecí en tierra de gigantes, no están listos para estos guantes. Desde pequeño yo ando con hambre, siempre hacia arriba mirando los grandes. No me voy a detener, no me pueden parar, para mí esto es muy importante. Siempre me dijeron nunca te rindas, para esto hay que tener disciplina. No hay quien me pare, así que prepárense muy bien. El curso me sube, los ojos dilatan, equipo contrario comienza y ataca. Yo miro la grada, todo el mundo gritando, que gran emoción, todo el mundo gozando. Todo el mundo gozando, porque estamos ganando. Todo el mundo gozando, seguimos arrasando. Yo soy un campeón de todo, soy el mejor. Tengan mucho cuidado, me lo llevo enredado a todo. Mi competencia competencia solamente soy yo. Mi competencia solamente soy yo. Soy un campeón, lucho por siempre ser primero. Que lo sepa el mundo entero. Soy un campeón, crecí en tierra de gigantes. No están listos para estos guantes. Soy un campeón, lucho por siempre ser primero. Que lo sepa el mundo entero. Soy un campeón, crecí en tierra de gigantes. No están listos para estos guantes. My heart is racing. Today the big dogs I'll be facing. Gotta check on my pacing. It ain't easy, but I ain't gonna give you a freebie. Nah. Never gonna be the person I wanna be if I stay in my house sitting under the tree. Gotta get back up, gotta fight real hard. Nope, not gonna back down. I am backing down. Gotta run a show. You're gonna see me in the top. Gotta let it flow. I am backing down. Gotta run a show. You're gonna see me in the top. Soy un campeón, lucho por siempre ser primero. Que lo sepa el mundo entero. Soy un campeón, crecí en tierra de gigantes. No están listos para estos guantes. Soy un campeón, lucho por siempre ser primero. Que lo sepa el mundo entero. Soy un campeón, crecí en tierra de gigantes. No están listos para estos guantes.
Man, listen, I just laughed so hard at the Google Translate in the middle of the song. Cause like, dude, I have props for anybody who can just, it's hard enough to talk in more than one language, but like to perform and to sing. Cause like, I mean, I can only imagine trying to convert. I don't even know. My brain is not wired to understand converting. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess I've never tried to write in another language, but the cadences and the words, I guess you would have to like write. If the way I think about it is, if I'm native Spanish speaking and I'm trying to write an English verse, and Miguel, let me know how you approach this. Do you write it in, are you writing it in English first, or are you writing it in Spanish first and then converting it into English? And if you are converting it into English, how are you getting things to match up? Because if I write it originally in Spanish, I'm like, yo, the syllables are going to be different, all of that stuff. And then I got to convert it and make it make sense rhythmically when I'm rapping and all that stuff. So like, it just, man, yeah. Shout out to people who speak multiple languages. It's impressive. The palm trees are on fire, man. It's crazy. He's his own collab. Dude, that's insane. So, all right. Great work, Miguel. Great work. All right, let's see. I know we had one. We have one from Janelle too. Nope. Why is that popping up? Okay. So this is another collab with Davey Dave. Davey won tonight, man. Like, just master collaborator. Like, Davey Dave will go down in history as the one who collaborated with everybody in sync. Like that. That's his thing. All right. So another collab with the greatest. Davey Dave, warm, uplifting, cinematic underscore featuring expressive piano, soaring strings, and subtle rhythmic movement, builds from intimate reflection to an inspiring emotional lift, ideal for documentaries, human interest stories, heartfelt advertising, corporate films, and moments of hope and perseverance. Go ahead and drop that target emoji in the chat. because it's time for Janelle and a Davey Dave collaboration. Okay, so Janelle says, for me, I have to write in English. If I write it in Spanish first, it doesn't always translate well, and a lot of the time it won't rhyme the same. Exactly. Okay. That's how I would approach it in my mind too, because it just seems like it would be extra work and an extra step to try and translate it. That makes sense. Like, does it feel like it's easier to write, or does it matter? Like, because if you're just thinking of something, you think of what you want to say. It's just a matter of if you want to say it in English or if you want to say it in Spanish. Or does one feel easier to write in? We got the disclaimer coming up. Disclaimer for newbies. I didn't collab with Davey Dave this week, that's surprising, actually. He's pretty much collab with everybody. All right, she can produce anything, and she can produce with anyone, including Davey Dave. Here we go. Turning point. Exactly. It's only a matter of time. I can feel the emotion in this one. Wow. That was man, that felt like the end of a very, very good movie. Where like you cry at the end. That's golly. That was heartfelt. And the build, like it was just a gradual. That was a movie. Great work, Janelle and Davey. Y'all did it again. movie placement 100%. This is the kind of scene that brings tears to the eyes. I agree. Like, I don't even know what was happening. I just want to cry. I must cry after that. That's it right there. Get your popcorn ready. Definitely movie. It does. We got to get some music soups to attend these reviews. The Hub is the place to be. Agreed. Like, just tell them to just come here Friday night and just listen. Just hop in the chat, like whatever. This is where you find great music. Yeah. Dope work. Or that. Yep. No doubt. Great work. All of them, basically. Like, maybe except 2 or 3. Oh, man. I kept seeing Davey Dave mentions in my Hub notifications. I'm like, yo. Like, either he's just like, he just pissed everybody off because he's just banning people, or like something is happening in there with Davey Dave. He's going crazy. I don't think we can deny this. I don't think we could deny this statement from LW tonight. I mean, sheesh. All right. Let's sift through. I know we got another MVP in here floating around. Michael, did you have a standalone MVP track, or was it just the collaboration? I think you posted the collaboration. I know we got one from Flares. I think that pretty much sums it up. So we're gonna play Flares, and then we're gonna play this joint. You know what? The performance tonight from all these collaborations, I feel like brings up the question of whether or not Davey Dave is AI or human. The same conversation we had about Flares, that we're still kind of low key having. Like, this is another like AI situation right here. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's human at this point. At this level of collaboration within a 6-day window. I don't know. He's moving highly optimized right now. All right, Flares, drop some fire in the chat. These are very floristic attributes that we're seeing from Davey Dave right now. I'm telling you, man, we need to investigate. Oh, man. Davey Dave is what Suno wanted to be. All right, let's play this work in progress, quote unquote, collaboration for a Marvel album with one of the trailer goats, Ciaran? I just butchered that. I'm sure I did. Sorry, Ciaran, Karen. Let me stop because I feel like I'm just making it worse. Here we go. Let's play the music. Yeah, this was fire. Amazing work. That joint felt Marvel and cinematic for sure. That was a great collaboration. It's a work in progress for Marvel album. Yeah. Crazy. So this is funny. So Flares isn't even on Earth teaching at the moment. He's on another planet giving master classes. So when he comes back to Earth, Davy Dave is hoping to get a master class. That makes sense. Yeah, trailer ready for sure. So that's a work in progress. So I can't wait to hear what the finished version sounds like. Like Flair's works in progress is like, that's like me putting like 110% into a trailer, bro. Like his work in progress is on a different level. Man. That's like, that's what I sound like after like my 7th revision and feedback from a publisher. Crazy. All right. Natalie sounded like she actually cared. Then she said, let me see if I can get a real life assistant to help you. I was done. Yo, the AI robots on the phone is crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. Oh, man. Oh. All right, y'all. Davy Dave is in all the dogs, snatching up every producer's ideas. Crazy, bro. Flares finishes the track before the movie is even made. Right. He's just like, he reaches out to Marvel like, hey, I knew you guys were about to make this a few years ago, so here you go. All right. Let's get to this epic collaboration here. From Michael, Janelle, and Miguel. Okay, we're gonna do this the easy way. All right. For this one, I need y'all to drop a target emoji, a palm tree, and a string emoji for this collaboration. So he says, here's our MVP collaboration. Janelle Costa, Michael Connor, and Miguel Sandre joined their strong suits to create a dramedy track that has tension, mischief, and that Latin flavor every Hispanic enjoys. Cabarucan mischief, as we call it, came from a scenario we envisioned. This is about to be out of control. 2 families, a Cuban family and a Puerto Rican family, go on vacation to the same place. The thing is, both moms used to be on opposing cheerleading squads back in high school, and they encountered again in this vacation time. Both families go on to crazy situations just to prove themselves who's the best. It was a real pleasure collaborating. Definitely some more tracks coming out in the future. They just wrote a whole script of a movie. Cuba Rican is what that says. All right. That makes sense. All right. Let's check it out. Goodness. Are y'all ready? All right. I'm seeing all the combinations and everything. Y'all, all right. I saw a t-shirt that said, your workout is my warm-up. Flares needs a t-shirt that says, your finished track is my work in progress. Facts. 100%. All right, y'all. Let's dive in. You guys are too good. You're just too good. That was fire. And why? Why does Tritone sound so good with Latin music? That goodness. The instrumentation on here was just crazy. Love the piano patch, the horns, the strings, and the movements, and the sections, the variety throughout this track. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah. Y'all killed it. Shout out to Miguel, Michael, Janelle. That was like the super MVP collaboration. Larry says, I just want to know who took the lead and who followed who. This is a perfect collab. I agree. Amazing. Yeah. C. C. Oh, man. Absolutely nuts. Muy bien. Yep. Great work, y'all. Listen, I don't even know. I mean, just keep doing what you do. So y'all got it, apparently. Davey Dave's the MVP tonight, man. Davey Dave's the MVP. And like, all of you guys are insane. I'll catch y'all next week. I'm gonna process this, and y'all have a great weekend. Shout out to everybody in the hub. If you're not a member of the hub, I would suggest you get around these people because they're crazy. We're gonna figure out if Davey Dave is actually AI or human. Stay tuned.